Hi, what's up? It's your fellow Genshin Impact lover. Today we're gonna have a look at whether it's worth it to roll for the Klee banner. We're gonna have an in-depth analysis. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so short answer is, short answer to whether you should roll for Klee banner or not is that it depends on if you have Diluc, it depends on if you like her playstyle, and it depends on if you just want to collect her. If you just want to collect her and you like her playstyle, go ahead. If you have Diluc and you care more about just, using your Primo Gems efficiently, then I would say no, do not roll for her. Alright, but so let's have a look at her playstyle first. So it has the 1, 2, 3. The third bomb is a bit slower than the first two, and it does about the same damage, so pretty much you would always use the first two and you could probably cancel into her skill. And then so when she lands hits, right, she might get this thing. It's like this floating flower above her head, and that allows her to use her charge attack, which is this, for free. It doesn't cost stamina. And so pretty much you gotta pay attention to whether her auto or normal attacks get the flower. And then if it does, then you go on to use your charge attack, because you can only store one of the sparks from what I know, which is this one. So when Jumpty Dumpty, so both her skill, her E or her normal attack deals damage, she has a 50% chance to obtain an explosive spark. So that allows her to use her charge attack for free. Alright. So this is nice too. This is her Ascension 4 talent, which is at level 70. And then let's look at her constellations. So if you go hard on her, the 4th constellation is really strong. So when you have your Q up, and then you switch out of Klee, you do big damage. Like major damage, as you can see. And the last one is like pretty nice too. So while under the effects of Spark and Splash, other members of the party will continuously regenerate energy. So she serves as a pretty interesting support as well. Or she could be a main DPS. But the thing is, if you look at her charge attack, it's fairly close range, right? And then her normal attacks are kind of mid-long range. So she has a kind of peculiar playstyle where you have to go far and then go close to do the charge attack. Alright, she's not very mobile while she's attacking. So there's that. Alright, cool. And now let's move on to the other characters, because we have Xingqiu, which I don't believe many people have looked into. And he's definitely worth looking at as well. Alright, so we're going to go over to trial him. Test run Xingqiu. Alright. So Xingqiu is one of the few water characters currently that exist. And he has a very nice, I would say a very nice support feel. Right. So he has these swords when he uses his E, and they pretty much protect you from being interrupted, and it reduces damage that you take when you get hit. So 3 swords, and then you can switch over to another character, and then you keep having the swords. So that's really nice. But what's even more interesting, as you can see, so we're going to use this, we're going to build up his meter. It's going to take a bit. So he doesn't build up meter that fast, as you can see, because his auto attacks do not become water. But once you get your Q ready, then it can keep on snowballing, you could say. But before that's kind of slow. So you just gotta build it up slowly. Let's get there quick. Okay, cool. So now we have his Q up, right? So when he uses his Q, all his attacks are followed by water attacks, as you can see. And then on characters with really fast auto attacks, you see more swords come out, and that deals a lot of water damage. So that's really nice, for example on Xiangling. And then it builds up the Q pretty decently. So if you don't have a good water support, then Xingqiu is actually quite interesting. Alright, so not only that, but this talent is kind of godlike. So when Xingqiu crafts character talent materials, he has a 25% chance to refund a portion of the crafting materials used. And when you get to the end game, if you haven't been there, you'll find out that talent materials, which are the books, are not easy to farm, right? They're not easy to farm. They give little, very little. So you gotta farm the talent books a lot to upgrade the talents of any character. And so you're pretty much spending all your resin there. But imagine being refunded talent books. It's a 25% chance, so that's 1 out of 4. It's not bad, it's pretty high. And then you get your talent books back, you could save on quite a bit of resin. So that's another reason why you might want to consider him. So that's 2 of the, I guess, 4 characters that's part of the banner that you could consider worth to draw for. But then lastly, we also have Sucrose. And she is a very good Anemo assist. Especially if you don't have Venti. But even if you do have Venti, I think she's quite amazing. So I have her actually, so I don't need to go into the trial mode. We'll quickly show. Sucrose. Alright. So, this is her E. It pulls units in. And then this is her Q. Right. It lasts for a while and it pulls units in. And it also obviously swells. She's really nice. And then if you can roll her to just Constellation 2, which shouldn't be that big of a deal if you've been saving for the Klee banner or if you have a lot and you really want her, then her Q lasts 2 seconds longer, and then her burst lasts 2 seconds longer, and her skill lasts and gives an extra charge, which is quite a big deal. So she's quite easy to become very strong, and obviously she's quite cute as well. So yeah, if those reasons sounds like a good reason for you to roll, then go for it. Alright, with Noelle, I don't really feel the need to go into detail with her because there are plenty of other videos that you can search that have a much more in-depth and better understanding of her. I've seen quite a few people show her big damages, so we don't need to go there. Alright, that's it. So again, to summarize, is the Klee banner worth rolling? Yes. If you like her playstyle, if you just want to collect her. There's also Xingqiu, which is really nice because he's a good support and he also has that really nice talent to save on talent books. If you do have Diluc, however, then it might not be worth it. I'm not rolling for her because I already have a fire. And I also have Shangling because in the Venti banner, I rolled for max Constellation Shangling. So it's like, I don't really need another fire. I have 2 fires, that's good enough. Alright, so if you rolled in the Venti banner and you got max Shangling, and then you have a Diluc, I really would say no, don't roll for Klee banner. You might want to save it for the next one. So for example, Zhongli or Child. And yeah, that's it. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope that helps in your decision, especially for the free-to-play players and the premium players. Obviously the whales don't really matter. I mean, it might help anyways if you don't want to whale too much, but yeah. I'll see you in the next video.